Hey guys, it's me again. It hasn't been that long, I know. I'm trying to update regularly, like once or twice a week, so I can keep consistent with my 3 accounts, so like DeviantArt, fanfiction, and YouTube. So you might think, I've had some people tell me that is impossible. How can you do 3 accounts at once and still have a live? Long story, I'm not going to get into that. I'm here to do a top 10 video of Pixar films, because I am a die-hard Pixar fan, and if you could see my walls, which you can't, you can only see the wall behind me. Well, actually, nah, you can see a Pixar film behind me that I drew. Might give you a hint at what one of my favourite films are. Alright, so, top 10. My number 10 is WALL-E. Now, WALL-E, it was a really great film, I can tell you. It meant a lot towards the environment. The environment, something about nature makes me want to go, don't chop that down, that looks beautiful. You're chopping down oxygen. I like progress as well with work, it's just, at the same time it's like, don't chop down the trees. I've planted trees. WALL-E has a really lot to say about the future, I tell you. It's actually, if you put it into a different perspective, WALL-E is actually kind of a scary movie because it's talking about the future. And from what I've been seeing a lot around where I live, and it's probably worse wherever you live, you probably live in America, it might be worse where you are, I don't know. Progress sometimes to me is a good thing, but at the same time, it's too much. I've seen so many houses knocked down. My old kindergarten's about to get knocked down for more buildings. And all the parklands around it. It's just, WALL-E is a film that people should listen to. People should watch it and listen to it. Although there's not much dialogue at the beginning of it, it's just robots. You should really pay attention to it. It also says something about how humans might turn out in the future. I'm not sitting down because I don't want to be that person who always sits down, and I don't want to get horrifically fat. No offense to anyone who's fat. I just don't want to turn out like WALL-E. I don't want anyone turning out like in the film of WALL-E. Everyone's obese. Everyone's sitting down all the time. They have robots doing everything. And unfortunately, I see the world turning out like that. That's sad. But real meanings aside, the movie is really good. I really love the visuals and animation, especially when they're in outer space. I love the little romantic side to it, that's really cute. WALL-E is such a very cute character, and the cockroach too is cute too. Love the references as well, it's a really good movie. Not much else to say on that movie, it's just good. And that brings me on to number 9. Now, don't flip or leave the video for what I'm about to say is number 9. I know a lot of you will probably go, why? Why is that film on here? It was the worst ever. But sorry, Cars 2 is number 9 on my list. I do like it and hate it to an extent. I don't like that John Lasseter decided to go with a let's make it into a spy movie idea. I didn't like that he did that. If you can't tell from the poster behind me, I wanted more of that. Not more of the secondary character being the main character. Also, the Holly and Maida relationship, I don't like that. Just because of the age of like how old Maida is, even though he acts like a doof and young and all. I don't like that he's from the 50s and Holly's like a brand new car. I don't like that dynamic. It's wrong. I don't like it. But I'm pretty sure it's just because Maida's personality makes everyone think, oh, he's just like a little 10-year-old or something. When in reality he's like 50 years old. But there are a few things bad about the film. Well, there's a lot of things bad about the film. But one of the main things I liked about the film was how it changed me. 2011 was a huge year for me. It was the year I started high school, and it was the year I got DeviantArt, in case you can see it in the background. It was also the year I got YouTube and fanfiction. That was the year that my internet life took off. I was completely immersed in internet. And ever since then I've been immersed in it. And that reason why is because of Cars 2. All in all, I'm only having Cars 2 on this list because it changed me. Not because it was a fantastic movie. I'll admit it was horrible, but it changed me somehow because there was a few small little bits where I liked it. There were some bits, like probably 35% of it I liked, and the rest I just hated. But that 35% was enough to make me get deviant out YouTube and fanfiction accounts. And now I'm here making a video, drawing art, and writing stories. That's the only reason why Cars 2 is on this list. Now, make all you guys sigh in relief. Number 8 is Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2 was a great movie. I loved it so much. And I don't really like sequels. I know Cars 2 was a sequel too, but we'll all admit that was horrible. Toy Story 2, that was a great sequel. Even though sequels just show that you're not really creative, you're just using old ideas to create new ones. The scene with Jessie is a very sad scene. It makes me feel sad. Good songs in that movie. There was good movies in the first one as well. I like that too, in the first Toy Story. But the second one had some really powerful ones. I don't know, I can't remember off by heart how many there was. But that Jessie one, When Somebody Loved Me. When She Loved Me, that was it. That song, oh man. And just the overall journey of Woody being kidnapped and then, or kidnapped, and then he returns back home to his owner, right in the nick of time. It's a great movie, I love it. We've still got that on video, I'll tell you. It's probably worth a lot of money, but we're keeping it. We've got a few Pixar films on video. We've still got them on actual video, and they're probably worth a whole lot of money, but we're keeping them. Just like we should have kept the N64. Moving on, number 7, Ratatouille. Ratatouille is a great film all in all. Not just because it's about food and who doesn't love food, but just the overall dynamic that it shows anyone can do anything. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, or any sort of that. You do whatever. You can surprise people. Just that overall moral that the most unexpected person can become this. You're like, whoa, I did not expect that. A person like you, or a rat in this case with the movie, we did not expect you to be like that. We expected you to be like every other person. But instead you chose to do that, which is out of your league, out of your nature, but you fight for it. I love that moral from the movie. I should put this movie higher up on the list now that I think about it. But just that movie in general, it just shows to you anyone can do anything. Don't let other people shoot you down and say you can't do that. Anyone can do anything. And I love that about the movie. And I just love that there's lots of food in it too. Alright, number 6. Toy Story 3. Yep, Toy Story 3 is higher up on this list, and I apologize because Toy Story 1 didn't make the list. Toy Story 3, oh man, where do I start? The animation is amazing, and I love that. The moral of Toy Story 3 was that you will live on forever in some way. So with toys, it's like, yes, I'll be worn out, but I'll get renewed and be played with by someone else. It's just like the Lion King, circle of life. It will just keep repeating it and repeating it and repeating it. It'll never stop. That's what I like about Toy Story 3. It's just a great movie. The ending was the best. It reminds me of myself right now, so I'm in college right now, and I don't play with toys anymore, obviously. I don't bring a toy with me to college either. I just go to college with my stuff. But it makes me think of how one day I could have kids and play with them. I mean, obviously in Toy Story 3, it's Andy as like an 18-year-old my age, playing with a little 3-year-old. It's something like that. that makes you go, your childhood is still there. You can pass it on. You can keep some of it, but give the rest to someone else. That's what I like about the film. Alright, number 5. Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo was a hilarious movie. I'm sort of looking forward to Finding Dory. I'm not really sure because it's similar to Cars 2 in a way. Because it's using a character that wasn't the main character and making them a main character. But I'm giving more hope to this one being better than Cars 2. Just not like 100% better. I'm just gonna say it's probably gonna be a little bit better. But yeah, Finding Dory, I'm not really sure. I'm not 100% optimistic on it because of the secondary character being the main character. It's risky doing that. Anyway, back onto the original film. Lots of family stuff happening in that movie. The comedy is spot on, and I love the fact that it's in Australia. That's the only Pixar film that's in Australia, and I like that. But I think it's only because the Great Barrier Reef is so well known, so they chose to have it there because Great Barrier Reef is so well known by the world. Finding Nemo is a great film. I love the ending. I love it. My family and I talk about the funny quotes from it as well. It's a hilarious, amazing movie. Alright, number 4. Incredibles. I'm a big superhero fan. I wish I could show you the cover of my phone, but I'm using it to record because it's a picture of a superhero. Danny Phantom, he's a superhero, not a comic superhero. Incredibles, something like that. Incredibles is a great movie. I like spin-off superheroes, so like, and all the Incredibles are spin-offs of other characters, and I like that. But I like Incredibles because it's got to do with family. I like family stuff. Obviously, Pixar is centered around family stuff 98% of the time. And I just love superheroes. I love superpowers. I watched Ladybug, Miraculous Ladybug and Danny Phantom. They are superhero cartoons. I've watched Avengers. That's a superhero movie. I love superhero stuff. I'm not a diehard fan. Okay, I'm a diehard fan. I love superhero stuff. There's just not the comic stuff as much as the, like, cartoons. But Incredibles is such an amazing movie. I love it. I can't believe they're making a sequel after so effing long. How many years? It was like 15. Oh man, it's gonna be a while till I see the sequel. I'm giving hope for that too. It sounds pretty interesting. I mean, the original director's directing it and the same musician. It's gonna be epic, I'm pretty sure. Alright, number 3. A more recent one, Inside Out. Oh, when it first came out, I was in tears. Okay, I wasn't literally in tears, but I was very close to tears near the end. It was hitting me right here with the very sad scene where Riley was trying to run away, and then she realized her ways and made her way back home. It just shows you how important each emotion in your mind is. I mean, sure, we like to think that there's like 5 little guys running around in our head, but most of us know that's not true. But we like to imagine that. And it's just very nice to know that each emotion should be appreciated and expressed. You shouldn't lock them away. But it just shows that don't lock any emotion away. It makes you unbalanced and you'll do crazy things and you realize almost too late what you're doing. It's an amazing movie. Again, the animation is amazing. And the whole story behind whoever made the mind work in the film is just beyond amazing. I can't believe someone sat down, or multiple people sat down to create how each of Riley's mind would work. Like Imagination Land, you got like the Dream Production, you got Nightmare Land, you got all the memories, and then you got the lost memories, and you got Headquarters, obviously, and the train. I forgot what it did. Stuff like that is amazing. I can't believe they thought of that. I would have thought about that. Oh, it's such an amazing movie. I love it. The animation is amazing. Pixar are amazing themselves so much. Alright, number 2. Brave. If I had my camera on a different angle, you would see some Brave posters on my wall. Because Brave is such an amazing film. I love the female dynamic of the film. And I just love the overall female dynamic of it and the mother and daughter relationship. Again, family, but that's what Pixar's centered around, family. The mother and daughter relationship is just so amazing. I love the ending. Again, Pixar almost got me in tears when Merida thought she couldn't get her mother back. It was really touching. Brave is such an amazing film. I'd flip if there was a second one, but to be honest, I don't know what they'd make of it. It had some funny scenes, but I just love the moral. Again, most of the reasons why these movies are in this order is because of their moral. If you had the chance to change your fate, would you? I've had plenty of chances to change my fate. And Cars 2 chose to change my fate by getting me into this. Getting me into drawing. Finding out who I am. Brave is such an amazing film. I'd watch it again and again. I almost wanted to take up archery lessons. But it's just such an amazing movie. It feels so real. And just the emotions feel so real. It's just in general such an amazing movie. The animation, again, it's amazing. I can tell that it took a long time to animate Merida's hair. I even saw documentaries of it. How it took so long to do every single little curl of her hair. My God, thank you for making such an amazing film and dealing with that goddamn hair. Alright, I'm not going to do honorable mentions because that's probably just the rest of the films that have come out. I've seen all the Pixar films up to date. Like, I've seen Good Dinosaur. It was an okay movie. But, number one. If you couldn't tell from behind me, number one is Cars. Cars. If Cars 2 never happened, I wouldn't be doing this. Cars 2 only happened because the first movie, Cars, happened in 2006. I don't remember where I saw it first. It's been that long. 10 years, actually. Nearly 10 years. Wow. But Cars, I don't know why I love it so much. I think it's because Lightning McQueen just relates to me so much, how I like to brag and all, and that how I should slow down because I always overexert myself, working so hard to get as much as I can out of it to impress others. I'm still doing that. Don't lecture me, I know. It's just an amazing film. I love it to bits. I know every single line from the movie. I could sit here for as long as 2 hours or however long the film is and just say every single bit of dialogue from the film. I like the movie Cars. It was mostly because of that. Because of the romance. I'm a big sucker for romance. You put romance in a film, I will be there. That's why I'm so interested in how Toy Story 4 is going to end up, because it's all about romance. I'm so excited. But I'm even more excited because it's going to be a Cars 3. But at the same time, I'm a little bit skeptical that it's going to turn out bad like Cars 2. I mean, I know there's a lot of people going, why a Cars 3? Cars 2 sucked. I understand. But you never know what's going to happen. Cars 3 may turn out to be the best one out of the three or just second best. I just hope it's better than Cars 2. If not, better than the first movie. The first movie is my #1 film of all time. If I'd done another top 10 list of all the films I've ever watched, Cars would always be at the top, #1. I've watched it to death. I love it. I know every quote. It's giving me so much meaning to my life. Without it, if Cars was never made, I would not be doing this right now. I have no idea what I'd be doing without it. It is an amazing film. It's such an amazing film. I'm looking forward to Cars 3, but at the same time I'm a bit worried. All the Pixar films are great, but Cars will always stand out. When I think of Pixar, I think of Cars. And that's all for this top 10 video. I don't want to keep blabbering on, because I've blabbered on enough now. So, thank you all so much for watching. You can like and subscribe if you like, you don't have to. I'll see you all soon, because now I'm going to record another video.